Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Speak Up Sis page for day 30. I believe we're in day 30. Day 30 of our Everyday Woman series, Refuse to Be Silent. And for those of you who may be brand new to this series for the month of March, since March is Women's History Month, we decided to honor everyday women who make history every day by refusing to be silent. And it has been an amazing month. Your girl is tired and wore out. I'm just letting y'all know. But I have been blessed by every single woman who has chosen to come into the space to share just a moment in her life when she refused to be silent. And today is not going to be any different. We've got another beautiful woman who is going to join us and share today. But before we do that, I would like to thank today's sponsor, KKG Creations. Specializes in custom blinged and non-blinged shoes, mugs, tumblers, apparel, and more. You can follow KKG Creations on Instagram at KKG Creation and the number 1, TikTok and Facebook at KKG Creations. And the website is kkgcreations.com. And everything will be scrolling at the bottom for you. So please make sure that you check out today's sponsor and support. All right. Thank you so much, KKG Creations, for sponsoring day 30. I really appreciate you. So let's bring up the woman of the hour. Let's see if she's ready. Can you hear me? There she is.
Hey.
I was like, no, she's gone.
I know. I said just in time, right? Just in time. So I missed what you said.
You are so good. Thank you, Charnell Williams, for joining us in this Everyday Woman series, Refuse to Be Silent. You are day 30, and I don't even know what you're going to share today. So I'm just going to move out of the way and give you the floor.
Okay, so the story that I decided to talk about, just to give you a little background about me, I own Clean Core Cleaning Services in Atlanta, Georgia. And I started my business back in I started my business when I was 23 years old. So being in this business, depending on when I'm meeting with potential clients, and it's a group of us meeting with the client to submit a bid, typically I own white male dominated industry. So there was one time when I was out doing a bid walk. That's what we call it when we go to look at the space to give them a quote. And I heard someone in the background, like not in the background, but I heard someone whispering about, talking about me being young, and they referenced my complexion. They mentioned, okay, a black girl. And I was like, okay, I decided that I was not going to let their opinions or their comments about me be any of my business. I came there to do a job. I belonged there, and I knew that. And it helped me to overlook and not take it personal, or be offended, right? You can only be offended. You're only offended when you allow yourself to be offended. So I said, you know what? That's none of my business. He says what he wants to say, whatever. I belong here. I worked hard. I bust my behind to be here, and I'm not going to let that stop me from making money and being, a business owner. But that experience prepared me for so many other um, interactions and experiences I had that would happen later on, and it just, I don't know, it set a tone for me to know that, okay, this is not going to be easy. But I still went in and spoke with the client, um, talked about my service and why they should hire my company to clean their space. And as a result, I ended up getting a contract. And the crazy part about it is, or the ironic part about it is, my client, by this time, I'm about a year or two into the account, and that situation came up. That conversation came up, and little did I know that my client actually heard the comments that other um, person made about me. And she told me, she didn't hire me or hire my service for that reason. She said she, liked me. I seemed professional, blah, blah, blah. But she noticed how I dealt with it. And the thing is, you never know who is watching you. They're paying attention to how you move, how you act, how you react to things. And I was taken aback that she even noticed that, because I didn't think that, okay, she even heard or noticed what was going on. So that was a definitely a learning experience for me. And as I, progressed in my business, I would still continue to be the only female, or the only Black person, or only Black female in certain environments. And I had to learn how to adjust, and it helped me navigate through that professionally and still be able to get the job done and grow my business, which is the objective of me being in business. So that was my tidbit that I wanted to share. If you want to follow me or reach out to me, my Instagram is Charnell26, and I would love to speak with you soon.
Thank you so much, Charnell, for coming into the space today to share. I know you are a super busy woman, and I bet you didn't think when you reached out on Pod Booker that you'd be all over Speak Up Sis land.
I'm happy to be a part of Speak Up Sis land.
So I really appreciate you. I'm not going to hold you up. I do want to say one thing, and I know I said I wasn't going to, but I think it's just important for people to understand that sometimes speaking up or refusing to be silent has absolutely nothing to do with what you say verbally, but how you are present
Exactly.
for yourself. And refusing to be silent can extend to refusing to shrink, refusing to walk away, refusing to cry and sulk and run in a corner, refusing to allow other people to define who you are, right? Refusing to be silent doesn't always have to be verbal. Sometimes it's in your very presence, refusing to leave the room and stay and say, I'm supposed to be here and I'm not going anywhere. So I thank you for sharing today. I think it needed to be, I know it needed to be said. And I know some people needed to hear it. And with that, everybody, again, I am going to thank KKG Creations for sponsoring day 30 of our Everyday Woman series, Refuse to Be Silent. And with that, everybody, y'all have a beautiful day. We got one day left tomorrow at noon. So make sure that you show up and support Dana Jackson. She's going to be our last woman to speak for the month. You all have a beautiful day. See you tomorrow. Bye. Bye.